Hello then, folks. It's Europa Conference League final day. A day we've all looked forward to this, haven't we? Mark it in your calendars. When is it? Right then, folks, and welcome back. One game today, but a game that matters more than most. It is Conference League final day. Europa League Conference final day. What a journey it's been. What you'll notice I'm doing here early on, viewers, is I'm ignoring the league form at the end of the season. And throughout the series so far, we've done highlights packages of all the games you've missed. Not today. I lost 3 matches. Leicester, Norwich, Manchester United. It was a disgrace. The only good bit of news, though, is that we've finished 6th. Tottenham couldn't catch us regardless of our poor form. So 6th is probably deserved, but it does mean that we look way off the pace in terms of getting to the Champions League. But Europa League football, confirmed no matter what, whether we win this or don't, we'll at least be in that competition. But of course, the conversations will rise. Will there be a managerial move? And we've talked about this, of course, once before. We're at the end of the year. It's time to talk about it again. Will any of the big jobs come up? Chelsea, stable. Everything looks stable. Oh my God. Okay. Because, you know, I've become a big fan of corrupt regimes. PSG and Manchester City, I didn't know, viewers. I don't know if you could tell from our reaction. Have appeared on the list of teams that we could go to. They are, well, that's 2. What do we do? I don't know what we do, really. Oh, this PSG. The problem is, I know what happened in the first Glory Hunter, and I know what went wrong in the second Glory Hunter. And moving to either of those 2 teams creates a bit of a minefield. But fortunately, it won't actually be up to me. We'll talk about this at the end of today's match. Oh, dear Lord. I mean, as long as they don't appoint quickly, we should be fine. Where did they finish 4th? Have I just read there, by the way? PSG finished 4th. Okay, 3 points off the top. But 4th? Who's in the PSG? I know we said we'd do this at the end. Messi's still there. Frankie de Jong's side. They're still very good. Is Mbappe still there? Is Mbappe gone? Mbappe is... No, but Mbappe is... Sorry, can I just not read? Is he obviously on that list? Oh, he's not for sale, is he? He's down the bottom here with Neymar, Messi and Frankie de Jong. Oh, my God. I did it by value and got very confused. Anyway, forget that. We've got a year. I'm fully focused on the Europa Conference League final, viewers. So, as you've seen, the league form, not good. Still finished 6th, though. Haven't been given the budgets yet for next season. That'll probably play a pretty big part in what the future holds. The big thing actually is, right, winning this competition, success in Europe, could help me in getting these other jobs in the future, right? So, actually, while winning this doesn't seem necessarily important from like a managerial reputation standpoint, it may actually be. So let's see. Again, let's be real, everybody. I do expect to win this. It would be a bottle job if we don't, and I'm going to say that openly before we start. So what can possibly go wrong, apart from everything? Here we go. All right, team-wise for this one then, as we move into this screen, is pretty much the team you'd expect based on who's fit and who's not. Bruno Guimaraes is only just returning to fitness. Remember last episode, picked up that injury. He's not quite recovered, so Lamar continues in central midfield. And as you've seen from the recent fixtures, that's been going really well. Mudryk is the other one, not available to play, injured at the moment and declining because of it. Yeah, a big miss. Has had a pretty good season for me. Yeah, and we're going to miss him. 12 goals and 8 assists in all comps, so don't just look at his league form. He's been good in Europe and the Cups too. So here we go then. What can possibly go wrong? We're obviously going to win, aren't we, viewers? Obviously going to win. Obviously going to win. What can possibly go wrong? Oh my God, viewers, I've just realised what's set to come. The headphones are already in. We're prepared. I'm excited. It's a final. Maximiliano Gomez, Bardi, good at set pieces. Marek Hamsik is in there as well. Mark Bartra, Kakir's in goal. They're not as comically bad as I was expecting. Okay, that's actually... I've got some room to be worried. But then again, my team. So I don't know what the problem would be. We're going to extract to go out and win the game positively. Trippier's final game. Give me the music for all it's worth. Come on. Yes. Boom. Come on. Yes. They've not filled that corner for the final. For the final. Look at that. It's a final. And no one's filled it. Well, here come the teams, viewers, in this Europa League semi-final. Sorry. Bloody, I've ruined it. The referee takes the ball. Here we go. That's good, isn't it? I mean, if you're not watching for that alone, then what are you here for? Right, we aren't wearing our customary black and white, which is a bit annoying because that would have looked good in the pictures in the club shop. Anyway, so Maximin early doors. The ace Mitrovic. Oh my God, straight into the game, by the way. 2 minutes gone, and a good challenge goes in on Dybala, who's furious, but a really good positive start from ours at the start of this game. And again, ticking this off, showing you the graphic at the end of today's episode, or the end of the match even, to signify our success. That's what I'm here for. We're 2 years into Glory Hunt so far. I know it feels like a lifetime already, and this is obviously a huge moment to knock off the most awkward of competitions. McAllister goes in. And you voted for Newcastle in your masses. Some of you voted for Ajax and Juventus, but most of you voted for Newcastle. Well, actually, no, not even most of you. 30% of you actually did vote for Newcastle. It was quite evenly split. Monaco could have gone to Anyway, where are we? Lamar, ball to be played in, back post, Mitrovic heads, and just over the bar. A few of these chances now have gone begging, as the early stages definitely look like we've been on top. Their XG for their one-shot on target is actually pretty good, as the game is sort of ticking by. No one's really getting hurt, apart from Dybala, who's quite literally hurt, and is hampered by the injury. Well, that's something we've got to keep an eye on then, as the game progresses. There is potential. There's a few things we can do. Lamar, I'm going to make the attacking midfielder, and McAllister, I'm actually going to make, I don't know, maybe a bit more of a playmaker, or the advanced playmaker role. We've not really done that all season, but again, Lamar's not had a good time in recent games in that role, so this is the time to change it up. He does seem like the most obvious player to play there, and last episode he was really good, as you recall, in this competition, so hopefully he can do that for us again. As the first half shows, though, a pretty quiet game, and a couple of injuries now to two players, potential knee injury and a potential groin injury, and they're struggling with those injuries, and I'm not going to take... Well, that does make things complicated. Lamar to come on, I mean, on the left-hand side, I guess is the only... Well, actually, no, he could play the inside forward Dybala role. I think that's where he's best off. Danjuma, the forgotten man, to come in as well, and then it's going to be... It's going to be Guimaraes. I'm going to be bold, because it's going to be Declan Rice back into the box-to-box role, McAllister into the attacking midfield role, and then Guimaraes just sitting at the base, playmaking. Those three need to combine. Of course, they've got a good relationship already. It's a bit of a risk to play Guimaraes after coming back after a long time, but I think we'll be fine. I've just told them to pick up where they left off, and where they left off was tragic, so that's gone really well. All right, 2 substitutes made, and into the second half we go. Lots to discuss post this game, no matter what happens, really. But of course, winning it is our big priority. It's been a real, damp affair. I'm just going to try and change our pacing a little bit. It's a corner to them. They've hit the post. I do not feel... The more this game goes on, the less comfortable I feel. I'm also going to change up the role of Mitrovic with the idea that I'm probably going to bring on Alexander Isak at some point. So Mitrovic to become a pressing forward. It's not crazy for him. He can still play it pretty well. And the attacking roles of these forward players, again, Danjuma, let's push him on a little further. Maybe just change stuff ever so slightly. Mix up the crossing. Get players overlapping. I actually think what we need to do is be more aggressive. It'd be easy to be conservative here and try and hang on. But actually, as the better team, we should try and push this a little more if possible, as Baku does one of the worst clearances with a weak foot I think I've ever seen in my whole life. Stay calm. Marek Hamsik back in a European final. I say that like he's been in one before. I actually don't know if he was with Napoli. I don't recall them being in one. I could be wrong. And yeah, there's some nice possession here from the Turkish side. We've got to be at our best, as they are playing it around quite neatly. A lot of composure, a lot of experience in this team, don't forget, as the shot whistles wide. Hit with some venom, though. 22 minutes to go of normal time, and we need something. We need that something pretty soon before things start to get really scary. There's no yellow cards on our side. We've not really been putting ourselves about enough, so let's start doing that. Do you know what I mean? Let's get stuck into them a bit. Change again the way in which we're operating ever so slightly, but get stuck in. Bit more aggression from our boys. I think, again, I want to see us put ourselves about, especially in the later stages. Declan Rice has picked up a booking. As I mentioned, the move for Isaac, the pace of him in behind late doors might be the killer moment. We've got a few minutes left to go. It's going to go to extra time if it carries on like this, and it is going to go to extra time, and it's a bit of a nervy affair. And I don't want it to be a nervy affair, viewers. No. Okay, right, let's see then. As we continue, keep working hard. You'll be rewarded. Don't let the effort be for nothing. I have not spent this entire season focusing on the Europa Conference Pigging League to then not win the final. Let me tell you now, viewers, we'll get a bit more aggressive. Demand more with them. I should probably have berated Pau Torres. This is his moment. This is what we're all here for. It's Pau Torres. It's his 19th goal of the season. It was written in the stars. I wouldn't want it to be anybody else. He is the signing of the season. He is the signing of the save so far. McAllister's ball in. I knew it as soon as I got the corner as well. Pau Torres near post. There's about 7 players there, but he's the man that comes out on top. 99 minutes gone, and on the 100 mark, gets the goal. Lovely stuff. I mean, wowzers. Okay, first half of extra time is done. We do have these extra subs if and when we think we need them. Oh, it's difficult because I don't really want to take anybody off. Lamar's probably the only one, and it's for Joe Willock, who actually weirdly can play out on that right side just a little bit. I think that's the only player that makes any sense to remove at this stage. But you can see from the game, we've been pretty dominant. Like, XG has looked pretty good. Shots-wise, we're dominating. Am I about to win the Europa Conference final? Yes, I am. And wow, yes, play the music again. Yes. Yes. Come on. People are clapping. We're all there, look. There's me in my Newcastle scarf. Wow. Carry that trophy. This is the first time I've seen this year, like properly. This is nice. And there they are, look. The boys lift it. Newcastle, a trophy in the bag. And show that graphic. 2022, 23, 24, is it? Yeah, that's right. There's the graphic. And that's it then. That's one ticked off. Bum, 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 bum. Back to me. So, there we are then, viewers. Newcastle have done what many thought was impossible. Not many, to be fair. Most people thought this was going to happen, and it's taken extra time versus a team we are hilariously better than. But you've got to win the finals, viewers. That's the most important thing at Glory Hunter, and we've done just that then, as Erik ten Hag has been spotted. The first trophy in Newcastle's, well, recent history, let's just say. Dybala's injured, Maximin's injured. I don't know about you viewers, in a final, I couldn't give a stuff who's injured. They could all be injured for all I care. Job done. Job done. There's Pau Torres with, again, his 19th goal of the season, 12 in the league, 7 in Europe. I mean, pretty hilarious return. We'll see where he stacks up compared to everybody else. I'm hoping that we're going to find out our budgets for next season. Again, this is going to play a part in the decision that we make for upcoming choices. Now, of course, we've seen the 2 jobs that are available, and we are definitely going to apply for both, I think, and then there'll be a conversation. I didn't plan on doing a video this weekend, but the way that things are set, viewers, I think we might just have to. So, Manchester City's job is available, and applying for that is not a bad idea. The same for PSG. Now, of course, I can apply for them, but whether we actually move or not, well, that comes down to you. So, I'm not going to declare interest at this stage because, again, the Newcastle project is interesting. We're going into another competition that we do need to win. The squad is getting stronger. The FA Cup is still possible. The league is still possible. We could round off England in the next 2 or 3 seasons as player of the Conference League, Mitrovic, Pau Torres, and Mudryk. You telling me Pau Torres didn't get it? That is well done, Mitrovic, I guess. Gomez gets golden boot. Doesn't matter, mate. Didn't win the whole thing, did you? The team of the tournament is dominated by Newcastle United shirts. You'd have to see it. There it is again, in case you're curious. So let's see, and let's think. Would we logically want to move? The budgets are in, viewers. Let's decide after we see this, shall we? What do you reckon? I'm going to go, let's have a little prediction. I'm going to go 220 million. Boom. Oh, it's not quite, but Newcastle's a joke. £200 million to spend as Newcastle boss. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of Europa League money. I mean, and that's without sales. And like some of these players are wanted and probably a bit bored, so will want to leave. So it's, you know, money coming in. You think about Thomas Lemar, Southampton want him. We don't really use him a huge amount. That makes it look like I do. But 18 sub-appearances, like not a huge amount of starts, not particularly good performances either from him, like the odd one here and there, but he's someone that you could recycle on and make some good money from. Again, it cost us very little. Season review then. Let's take a look at this before we round off today. An A+ season, or an A+ transfer from Mitrovic. Pau Torres, a B. A B. B? No. No, don't be stupid. Mudryk, A-, yes, agree. Kobel, A+, yes, agree. Dybala, B is probably fair enough. Mendy, it's got to be a C. There's no way they're putting A+. Baku, C+. Swap those two round immediately. And Nacho, the free transfer, a B+. I mean, again, decent from him. He might be the player that we look to replace come the summer. Oh, so much money. Where do I spend the money? I don't even know. We're going to have to figure out who would want to join if we stay here. Right, a B+ overall, though. I mean, feels pretty fair. Oh, no, sorry, B+ in the league, an A in the Conference League. The FA Cup was a D. Carabao was a D. So, yeah, I think a B, like just a solid B, would probably be where we're at this year. Again, when you put in the Conference League as a team from the Premier League, you should probably try to win it. Like, that seems pretty straightforward. Some big sponsorship deals on the finances. Nearly 500,000 shirts sold. The likes of Dybala and Mitrovic and McAllister and Rice. I mean, 5 players I bought are in there for that. And then look at that. You can see where the stars of the show were this year. McAllister, when you see it in black and white, 22 assists and 21 goals. The 21 goals is arguably more impressive, actually, and a 7.13. Someone should probably check that. Yeah, the fact he's got 22 assists and Pau Torres has 19 goals, there is some synergy. Is that the lowest average rating ever for the season that he's had? How bad is he in games where he doesn't get a goal or an assist? That's what I'd be asking. Anyway, regardless, yeah, phenomenal season from him. Still got to try and figure some stuff out in terms of the team that we're managing, of course, and then where we go next year. But that, I think, was pretty good. There's the timeline. It was our 100th game as well. That's lovely. That we scored in the 100th minute in my 100th game. And, yeah, we won ourselves a trophy. Lots of other little bits and pieces then. What do we do next season? Like the next video will either be, this is how we're approaching Newcastle's transfer window, or we've been offered jobs by PSG or Manchester City. It'll be one or the other. The board then at Newcastle, hope that we continue on our path, challenge for the Europa League as well, and qualify once again for it. That all sounds okay to me. Thank you, Amanda, for that. And next year's team, I mean, yeah, back again. Europa League as a pure minimum now. I mean, getting to the final, the latter stages, they want more. Do you know what? They want more. I should have backed down there. I clicked the wrong thing, but you know, this is Football Manager. You do that occasionally. I'm pretty happy though. I think as far as seasons go, and we're off to America, just for a little American tour. We should sign Gio Reyna. We should sign Pulisic. We should just buy all the American players. They would love that. The board want to discuss some improvements as well. I don't know, youth level. Yes, up the youth level. This has been good. It's been a good start to Glory Hunter. Yes, the first season was tough, but we were a non-European competing side with, you know, pretty poor domestic records. So the season after that has sort of produced what we were looking for. I would have taken this at the start of the year. Get the Europa Conference. I never have to even think about it anymore. Oh, see, you saw the release that I had of like, oh yeah, that's good. I don't know if you get extra points for winning it again. Maybe we should try and set something up. If you've got any cool ideas, I'll take them. So let's figure that out. That's going to conclude then for today. If you've enjoyed the video, of course, please do drop a like, leave a like, do something, like the video, and I'll see you tomorrow or over the weekend for an update on this. Because yeah, this season and this story hasn't quite ended, has it? See you soon.